Hello and welcome to today's video. In this video, we shall talk about stress rules in diction and phonetics. Well, a person may wonder, what is stress? Well, let's learn. Stress is the relative emphasis, loudness, and higher pitch given to specific syllables within a word or words within a sentence. So that means if you have a word that has more than one syllable is pronounced louder than the others. That is stress. And if it's in a sentence, one word or some words are pronounced louder than the other words. So that is what we call stress. What then do we use stress for? Stress is used to, one, distinguish word meanings. For example, we have record and record. For record, re is pronounced louder than cord, and for record, cord is pronounced louder than re. Okay, so record is a noun, record is a verb. The stress placement helps us to know, oh, this one here is a noun, while that one there is a verb. 2, stress is used to indicate grammatical function, and 3, to clarify communication. So stress helps your listener to understand what you are saying exactly. Now, stress syllables are longer, louder, and higher in pitch. In multi-syllable words, that is in words with more than one syllable is pronounced or produced with more force, that is primary stress, than others. It is longer, it is louder, and higher in pitch than other syllables. Primary stress is marked in the IPA with a raised vertical line. Now, the IPA means International Phonetic Alphabet. So we place this raised vertical line before the syllable that is pronounced louder, that has a primary stress. Okay, we'll place that marker there. If you check a dictionary for the transcription of some words, you would see that mark before a particular syllable. That syllable that is placed before it has a primary stress. It is pronounced louder than every other syllable in that word. Okay, we have an example here in the word amazing. You'd notice the raised vertical line is placed before may. And you know that may has 3 syllables, amazing. So we have amazing, amazing. So we have it there. The stress on the may, that's what it means. And then we have what we call the secondary stress. This one uses a lowered mark. This one here. This mark here. Yes, it is placed before the syllable that has the secondary stress. Now, secondary stress is produced louder than other syllables, but not as loud as the one with the primary stress. For example, we have education. So we have edge. It's pronounced louder than oo, and also pronounced louder than tion, but not as loud as k, because k has the primary stress. So it has the primary stress here. It is pronounced loudest. Then we have the edge that has the secondary stress, so it's pronounced louder than the others, but not as loud as K. So K has a primary stress. Primary stress is pronounced loudest. All right. So the word here is education, education, education. Okay. So let's talk about word stress. Now we have word stress. In word stress, one word that has more than one syllable is pronounced louder than the others. Then in sentence stress, one word or some words are pronounced louder than the others. But we want to focus on word stress, on the rules guiding word stress. Please understand that these rules are not absolute. That means that there are some exceptions there, but they apply to most words. They apply in most cases, but not always. So let's go. Rule number 1, or stress rule number 1, two-syllable nouns. The stress is usually placed on the first syllable. For example, we have doctor, teacher, water, money, table, campus, curtain, pencil. So if you check a dictionary for the transcription of the word water, for water, you'd see this, you see the mark there, then you see war, and you see t. So it shows that wo is pronounced louder, the first syllable there, water. So for two-syllable nouns, the stress is usually on the first syllable. Stress rule number 2, two-syllable verbs. The stress is usually on the second syllable, usually. Examples are relax, begin, arrive, decide, complain, reject, enjoy, deny. Usually on the second syllable, but it doesn't apply to all cases. For example, we have this word here, enter. For enter, the stress syllable is not t, it's actually n, so it's enter. So we have enter, so not enter. Stress at the first syllable. This is an exception, okay? But please note, in most cases, for two-syllable verbs, place the stress on the second syllable. Number 3, two-syllable adjectives. The stress is usually placed on the first syllable. Clever, pretty, happy, angry, bumpy, plastic, recent, dirty. Number 4, words ending in IC. The stress is usually placed on the syllable before the IC. So if the word ends in IC, that syllable that takes the IC at the end there is not stressed. We stress the syllable before it, like graphic, terrific, electric, pacific, dramatic, Atlantic, sympathetic, geographic. Number 5, words ending in tion or sion. We usually stress the syllable before the tion and sion. So we have education, discussion, information, mission, fraction, intrusion, donation, division. Number 6, words ending in ty, phy, gy, al. Stress the third syllable from the end. Democracy, photography, critical, community, biology, unity, analogy, whimsical. We usually stress the third syllable from the end. Number 7, words ending in ee, eer, ese, ique. Stress the last syllable. Guarantee, unique, engineer, Japanese, committee, physique, pioneer, obese. All right. Number 8, words ending in age, oon. Stress the last syllable. We have lemonade, arcade, crusade, afternoon, cartoon, balloon. All right. Number 9, compound nouns. Now, for compound nouns, we have two words or two or more words, if possible, coming together to form a noun. So when that happens, we usually stress the stressed syllable of the first part. That is, we stress the first part. If it's just two words and the first word has only one syllable, stress that first part. But if that first part has two syllables, stress only the stressed part of that first part, the stress syllable there. I'll explain. Let's go ahead. One, we have blackboard. So we stress the first part, black. Postman, the first part, post. Laptop, the first part, lap. But in butterfly, now butterfly has two words, butter and fly. These are the two words that make the compound noun. But butter, which is the first part, has two syllables, butter. But we can't stress the two of them. Ordinarily, when butter stands alone, we stress the but, not the t. So because of that, we only stress that but there of the first part of the word butter. So we go butterfly, butterfly. We have seafood, football, dishwasher, airport. Number 10, compound adjective. Stress the stressed syllable of the second part. Bad-tempered, old-fashioned, 10-meter, rock solid. In the word tempered, fashioned, meter, solid, So those words on their own, we stress the tem in tempered, the fa in fashion, the me in meter, the so in solid, usually. That is why we say here, for compound adjective, stress the stressed syllable of the second part. So we stress those ones there. Rule number 11, words with some suffixes. Stress the syllable before the suffix. Now, this suffix is here. Stress the syllable before it. A-B-L-E, able, we have audible, durable, laughable. I-E-L, differential, social, financial. Musician for C-I-N, physician, clinician. Comedian, civilian, technician. Resistible, impossible, terrible. Okay? We have for IA we have media, bacteria, Victoria, INT, ingredient, patient, ancient, IOUS, mysterious, religious, various, ISH, selfish, English, punish, OSIS, we have hypnosis, diagnosis, and osmosis, right? And number 12, words that change stress depending on noun verb. We call this one shifting stress. So when the stress on the first syllable, it is a noun. On the second syllable, it's a verb. So we have record, record, address, address, present, present, conduct, conduct, rebel, rebel. That is shifting stress. Number 13, prefixes usually do not take stress. For example, we have im as a prefix, re as a prefix, this, re, on. We don't stress those ones. We usually don't stress prefixes. So we have impossible, return, dislike, remove, untie. So these are 13 stress rules that we have learned today. Now here's a task for you. Please attempt this. Place the stress on the appropriate syllables. So look at these words here. Which of them for number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which of them have the primary stress? Which one is pronounced louder and longer than the others? Write it out for me in capital letters. For example, let's say I give you this one here. Humble. Humble. So humble has 2 syllables. So you're going to write it this way for me. In the word humble, hum is pronounced louder. So you write hum in capital letters like this, and then you write bull in small letters. So that shows that hum has a primary stress. Or if the word given to you, if the word was, okay, let me say, enjoy, enjoy, all right? So joy is pronounced louder than the N, so we write it like this, in and then joy capital. Okay, I hope you get that. So please attempt it. Let me know what your answers are. So thank you very much for being here with me for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next video. For now, bye-bye.